Are you aware that money behaves like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who can invoke it with the proper vibration? When you discover how to direct it, it doesn't just arrive, but multiplies in remarkable ways. There are unseen powers that decide how much money comes into your life and how much moves away. And even laboring diligently, you may feel something obstructing this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a visionary master of spiritual science, revealed something revolutionary. Money doesn't react to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught ordinary women to command their money, and many expanded their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is the declaration of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of intelligent force that functions through specific laws. Money responds to the vibration of authority far more than to that of need. When you approach money as one who begs, you repel it. When you come to it as one who commands, you attract it. Money operates like a well-trained soldier. If the commander falters, the soldier doesn't act. But when the order is definite and strong, money moves. In New York, Florence taught her students to command more. Each morning, standing before the mirror, they would stand tall, breathe deeply, and declare, "Divine money, I command you to multiply my life now. You flow to me from all possible directions because I am a perfect channel of infinite abundance." The key was in the power within the command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another crucial element is mending the relationship with money. Florence said that money is feeling-based remembrance, and that our energy toward it makes impressions that decide whether it approaches or moves away. If for years you've addressed money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you've chased off an expected guest. Most people have been invoking money with the voice of poverty and guilt. Before ordering your money, Florence taught reconciliation with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, pardon me for having seen you as my enemy. Today I acknowledge that you are divine energy desiring to flow itself through me. I respect you, and embrace you into my life." This exercise was intense spiritual rewiring that entirely transformed a person's vibration. Moving forward in this direction, Florence developed the divine transformation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like unseen anchors that determine how much your prosperity can grow. You can work hard, but if the roots are diseased, the tree will never yield abundant fruit. No one is born with lack mentality. We adopt them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" lodge themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process started with silence, where Florence asked them the question, "What belief about money have I adopted and still carry?" Once discovered, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I return it. My mind turns clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would establish new beliefs such as, "I am an inheritor of infinite abundance," or "Money comes to me effortlessly." Beyond this, Florence taught the difference between desiring and demanding. Desires arises from lack. It's viewing what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand emerges from a knowledge that something already is yours by divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," generating more experiences of not having. To demand is to announce, "It's mine and I receive it now," activating invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to create instead of competing. Florence emphasized, "Never battle for money, create it." Competing indicates scarcity. Creating indicates infinite abundance, knowing that you can produce new opportunities. When you compete, you focus on what others have. When you create, you connect with the infinite source with unique original ideas. Each person has a specific gift for creating wealth that, when expressed, not only produces income, but blesses others. Similarly, Florence taught the decree of total sovereignty. It was an act of complete power over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, By my divine authority as heir, the creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality shifts now. I command that all invisible forces function to multiply my money perpetually. The difference lies in recognizing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon speaking it, the universe shifts to obey. Moreover, Florence taught the spiritual plan of your abundance. The universe needs clear instructions. It was about specifying how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students committed a daily moment to answer. How much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want a sense when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to create. The design must be crafted from a consciousness of shared abundance. With this in mind, the last step is to preserve prosperous consciousness. Activating abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in preserving it. Maintaining requires constant focus, maintaining the internal state that invokes it. This state is composed of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle was to start each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance approaching. When you give thanks in advance, you give the universe a signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally honor all money seen circulating, stopping envy from polluting your vibration. It's worth noting that prosperous giving was essential. It was about supporting causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like planting in fertile ground. What you give comes back multiplied. The crucial point is to feel that you join the universal flow. What you retain out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to protect your mind, staying away from environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the magnet of your experience. Florence ended with a powerful reminder. You are not a victim of economic circumstances. You are the designer of your financial reality. Money is your assistant and companion. Now reaffirm your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity expands perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and maintain the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words resonated, write in the comments, I decree, to confirm your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to recall they are the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I will reveal more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who hesitate, but to those who command.